Welcome back to the National Politics Bureau, where, Brian, it's a new sitting in the House of Commons. We had Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre facing off against Prime Minister Mark Carney yesterday. It's the first time we've seen that. I will admit I was there. It was a little underwhelming. They got along really nicely. But these are two leaders with some big challenges ahead, eh, Brian?
Absolutely. They are now the two big beasts in Canadian politics. And they each have their specific set of challenges that they are going to have to rise to in this parliamentary session. If we take Mark Carney first, Mark Carney, he's a bit of a fairy tale in Canadian politics. I mean, came out of nowhere, became leader of the Liberal Party, won the election, and now he's Prime Minister. This is a tough record to beat, and he set himself up with a number of challenges, and it's not obvious to me that he's going to be equal to all of them. Mm-hmm. So, for example, during the election, theme number one, elbows up. I'm the guy who can get a deal with Trump. We're now months into this parliament, months after the election. Other countries, the UK, the EU, others have struck deals with, trade deals with the United States, not Canada. In fact, I think that Mark Carney, with his reciprocal tariffs and so on, probably envenomed the situation a little bit with Trump. And I note that barely any other countries in the world use this reciprocal tariff strategy, and I think they were right to avoid it. So he's got that challenge. I think in addition to that, Trump and the relationship with the United States, if you look at the polls, is sinking in the minds of Canadians. It's no longer the number one issue. We're looking at things like housing. We're looking at things like the cost of living. We're looking at things like people's worries about recessions, job losses, youth unemployment at 16 or 17%. This is just unprecedented. Yeah. These are the things that I think preoccupy Canadians. And in the general scheme of things, those are issues that most people would think of as conservative issues rather than liberal issues. So he's going to have to deliver on a very high set of expectations that he created in the election. He's going to have to deliver on something with the United States, and I personally don't see any evidence of something on the horizon now. So that's a big set of challenges. And now, for the first time, basically, I mean, there was a short parliamentary session before the summer, but this is the first time he's going to face concentrated political opposition in the form of Pierre Poilievre, who's back from having lost his seat. He's won a by-election. He's now got a little bit of wind in his sails. Yep. He's going to want to hold the Prime Minister to account with the support of his caucus. And I think this will put Mark Carney in a different light for a lot of people, and this will be an interesting test of character for him. My prediction, for what it's worth, is he's a bit thin-skinned. And I think he will not react well.
Reporters have seen that.
Yeah, he will not react well to being called to account in the House of Commons. So that's Mark Carney. Shall we talk about Pierre Poilievre?
He looked happy to be back yesterday, I will say that.
Well, you see, now, Pierre, just a month ago, I was talking to some senior Tories, and some of them were kind of whispering behind their hand, he's dead man walking. There's a leadership vote, I think, in January. Yeah. I think in the intervening time, Pierre has perhaps impressed people a little bit more. He's won his by-election. I've watched him give interviews and so on. I'm guessing that he's getting a little bit of training. He's projecting a little more statesman-like image, because I think his aggressive prosecutorial kind of persona did not play well with Canadians in the last election.
He was a little tamer in question period on Monday too.
Yeah, and I think he's going to make more use of his caucus. He's going to let them be the prosecutors, so that he can be the statesman rising above the political noise. But the challenge for him is to say, okay, people are now preoccupied with conservative-like issues about cost of living, economic growth, etc. But if you look at the polls, people actually rank Carney higher than Pierre in terms of ability to deliver something on those issues.
Yeah.
So he's going to have to claim those issues for his own. He's going to have to be credible as a leader who can convince Canadians that Carney's not delivering, but Pierre could. The final thing I'll say is that in this parliamentary, not in this session, but in this parliament, we're liable to see a Quebec election. We're liable to see the election of a Parti Québécois government, possibility of a referendum on national sovereignty. We've got a parliament where the NDP hardly weighs in the balance. They won't be on parliamentary committees, etc. Whereas I think the Bloc will swing a lot of weight in this parliament. They're going to be looking how to coordinate their efforts with a possible Parti Québécois government in Quebec.
Yeah.
This is going to be a tough parliament.
Yeah. And we just had reporting that the PQ leader was in Alberta saying he would support an Alberta referendum. So I think we won't be short of issues to talk about, Brian.
Yes.
Thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.